Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
So, we got two things to talk about here. One is that we are using some professional photography / videography light in this video for the first time. I've never liked the way dark fans looked being filmed in the enclosure here because of all the dark wood. A certain fan company sent me some of these lights, videography lights, because I'm supposed to be sometime this year testing a new offering for them and doing some demo videos. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore or not, but I had these lights from that company, and so we're trying them today on this original. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this original haul, and then we'll let Andy and Pete say whatever they want to say. So this is one of four. I got a haul of 4 originals that were in the original boxes. I think 3 of them were either like lightly used or display models or something to that effect, because it was clear the boxes had been open and the fans had been installed, but in all honesty, it didn't look like they'd ever been installed. Like the fans looked clean as a whistle, but you could tell from the way they were in the boxes that they'd been taken out and the parts had been taken out and stuff like that. But they might as well be new in the box. And then the 4th one was clearly new and still sealed in the box. And 3 of them are Adaptair. The 4th one's a surprise. This is antique brass and brown Adaptair. Now, normally, brown and brass is my favorite finish for fans, and normally I much prefer antique brass to polished. Originals sometimes are an exception to that, because all the originals I saw as a kid were either all polished or brown and polished brass. So brown and antique, I don't know if it's my favorite. I'm really kind of been looking at it ever since we pulled it out to see if I like it more or less than brown and polished. Either way, it's much rarer, so that makes this pretty cool. So this is fan 1 of 4 of these 2-speed R&M originals from, I think, 81. Definitely 80s. They're not 70s ones. So that's my spiel. Metal Pete, anything you want to say before we start testing?
Well, definitely a nice new in-box one. I know I got a couple of those polished brass ones.
Nice.
I do have those.
New in the box?
No, not
Okay.
new in the box.
Yeah.
But
And Andy is here. We don't get the privilege of Andy that often, and he is a big fan of originals. So what do you want to say, Andy?
These are pretty sweet.
yeah, they
So,
are.
I don't know if I've seen a brown and antique brass one before. They're not too common.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you could get any combination of finish you wanted, because the brass faceplates were sold separately, and then the blade arms were in the Adaptair ring. Like, you bought the motor, and then you bought the faceplate separately if you didn't want the faceplate to match the motor. And then you bought the blades, arms, and or Adaptair mechanism all in one box. So in this case, they would have bought a brown motor, an antique brass faceplate, and then antique brass and pecan blades and blade attachments. So you could make any kind. You could have made a white and brown fan if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's all about what you bought, but you just normally didn't see. And then normally when you saw antique brass with, I think I normally saw it with oak more so than pecan, and I like the pecan better, even though it's more common.
Yeah, it looks good.
Anybody else want to say something?
I don't really have much else to it.
Okay. Well, then let's hit the high switch on the test rig, which should take us to low on the fan. These are a 2-speed fan.
That's right.
One thing I didn't pay attention to is whether or not you can see the...
No, I can't even see.
There we go. That's all I need to do is turn on the flash, and now you can see the meter really well.
And it's drawing 1 1/4.
0.5 power factor. So low power factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely we should test these on low and on reverse. Well, I can't do the airflow test in reverse, but yeah.
No.
That's one heck of a clean runner. Sometimes these shaded pull originals are...
528.
Seems about right. Who's got the calculator? That's going to be like 130.
Here it is.
132.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You want to do airflow on low or not, or just wait till high?
Wait till high.
Okay.
Oh, we got these other fans going though.
Oh yeah, kill the other fans you might on this.
Okay.
I mean, they shouldn't make much of a difference. They're all on low, but yeah, good point. We don't normally have those on for the video.
Mm-hmm.
That is a clean runner.
Sure is. Okay, well, let's take it to high then.
I think we should take the high.
Nice.
269, 264, 258, 255, 254. So we obviously know it's a big inrush.
Yep.
150 watts. So still half power factor. Still low power factor.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to think about with these. We think about these being such inefficient fans, and they are, but not if you're measuring in watts. If you're measuring in watts, they're close to a K55. Of course, the power company measures in watts, so you're only getting billed for the more efficient reading, which is why power company hates low power factors. Which is why if you end up at like a factory or a warehouse and like all of your lighting and commercial equipment has low power factors, they'll fine you. That's why a lot of commercial equipment and industrial equipment has a power factor correction, which a lot of times is just a capacitor.
Okay, 774.
Okay, so it's a little bit under 200, which is surprising because it looks like it's flying.
Yeah.
But it's also these are not shallow pitch. So that's 194. Excuse me.
Yeah, it looks faster than that. Over 200.
You want to try measuring again? I mean, it might be. It just because at the end the steep pitch is misleading. But it depends how clean your reading was.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
That's probably right. And just the steep pitch makes it go a hair slower. But that is a smooth runner.
Yeah, it sure is.
Now time for the SIFM test.
Yep. $5.11.
So that's about 7,500.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit less than a K55 Zephyr, which is surprising to me. Still solidly in the K55/original category, which
Yep.
it deserves to be in, being an original.
Yeah. Okay, here's spin down.
By the way, this is only half of the photography lights, and we're going to experiment some with placement. If you're, before I get a whole bunch of people in the comments about the shadows and things like that, this may be the best we can get in this confined space, or we may be able to improve it drastically. But already, I think it's better than just testing in here with no additional lighting. It certainly looks good in the view. We still call it a viewfinder.
Yeah, or the LCD screen or whatever. But well, yeah, I mean with the house lights.
Yes.
With the house lights, they're all either above the fan or next to it, so
Yeah.
you're not actually getting any light shining up on it.
Very little.
All right. Okay. Adaptair.
Something that's been on my bucket list to do is to put an Adaptair on a reversible original so you can run it in downdraft clockwise.
Well, you did that at 12 Wings, didn't you?
Those weren't Adaptair though. Those were
reverse air.
reverse air, because reverse air was offered at the same time as reversible motors. Adaptair was not. So those actually came from the showroom that way.
Ah.
Steeper pitched in reverse.
Yep, I'm told that was by design to because you want it to be a little slower in reverse.
Okay. Let's just
Measure.
375.
That is significantly slower.
It is.
It looks significantly slower, so that's not surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 94.
Yep. That looks about right.
Yep.
Okay. And let's bring it to high.
Draws more current in reverse as well because of the steeper,
Yeah.
more drag on it. 165 watts, slightly higher power factor too.
606.
Yeah, 152.
Yeah, that looks about that.
It does. What do you guys think of the brown and antique brass?
I go for it. It definitely goes well together.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
If you had the choice between the brown and antique brass and the brown and polished, which do you pick?
Probably, I would actually think of the brown and antique. They're a little more closer of a match.
Yeah. What do you think, Andy?
This depends on where I'm putting it, but yeah.
Okay. So we do the shaded pole test, which does it start on 10.
Yeah.
So anybody want to vote yes or no on that?
Go ahead, Pete.
Go ahead, Pete.
Say no.
I'm going to say yes because this has been quite a smooth runner.
Okay, I'll say yes too.
Okay. Here's 10.
Oh, Andy and I lose.
Okay, so that means because I hit 10, I continue with 11. And
Now that the fan's not spinning.
12.
Crunch. Ah.
So,
We will not. Crunching will not be denied. Any more in there? There we go.
Crunch. Let me get this. Let me see the Pringles. Crunch.
yeah,
If I eat all the Pringles, he won't be able to do any more crunching.
I got more.
Any more in that sour cream and onion there?
Huh?
Any in that sour cream and onion?
Yes, that's new.
Good.
That's new. I haven't opened it yet.
That's good. Because that was my other choice for one to bring, but my
13?
wife likes those, so I wanted to leave them for her. So we had some in the
I'm
kitchen.
confiscating the pizza ones. Yeah, that's a clean runner.
14. 15. 16. Oh yeah, I mean this is a good low right here.
We should definitely test on low speed
Yes,
too.
I agree. For these new in-box ones, yeah. Well, at least one of them.
Yeah. They're probably all will perform pretty similar since I think they're all in the same year.
But we'll do this one on to set it to low and find a low speed from that. Here's 17.
Because that's if you want to convert it to 3-speed, you normally use the low.
Yeah. Just like I did on my blender fan.
Yeah. Andy, I don't think has been to your studio yet.
No, I want to. Here is here's 18. Then 19.
Only a couple left.
Pass me that other one.
Okay, hold on. Just kind of like and
Man, you gotta get Andy something. He wants to crunch.
yeah. Well, here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let us know when you're ready, Andy.
Okay, ready.
And 20.
Crunch.
Makes you break medium low right here.
Absolutely. I want to keep an eye on the meter because this has a tendency to go over quickly. Even though we're a ways away, it'll start jumping with every microfarad.
Yeah.
That's at least how these normally behave.
21. 22. What was the final print drawn?
Like 2.52 maybe? 2.5 something. So we got a ways to go, but again, it might jump quickly.
Okay. 23.
If memory serves, 25 makes a good medium on these. We're at 1.46 now.
24.
Bad sound effects. 1.57. You're only allowed to make noises on 812. 1.66.
Well, the other noise is going to be brick or sheep.
That's true. That's a little slow for a medium, I think, still. It's not bad, though. I would accept it.
Yeah. Well, here's 26.
See what I mean about how fast it climbs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
1.67. Or 7.6, excuse me. Oh, this
Here's
let's see.
27.
It's 185.
28.
Almost at
29. Over 2.
2.
And 30. Oh yeah, that's a definite jump.
Yeah.
31. Okay, so I'm real close there. Let's see, 32. Might be right there.
233.
Okay, here's 33.
So we're definitely over, but hit the high switch.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like sometimes it goes up and then down again, but no, when you hit the high switch, it just went down. 33 is definitely over.
Yep. Okay.
Let's do 0 to high first, and then maybe that other heater will have kicked off by that time, and we can hear it better for solid state.
Okay. Yeah, I had it turned down,
But it's cold. It's getting colder tonight.
Okay, so we go big inrush.
Right. So the final current draw is 2.52. Who wants to guess what the inrush current is?
I'm gonna say 0.3.
Okay. Make the math easier for me in my head. Guess what the actual current, like 0.3 would be
2.55, right?
No, because it's 2.52. So you're adding 0.3. That would be going up to 2.8.
2.8. Okay.
8. That would be 2.83. 2.82.
Let's
Excuse
say
me.
2.65.
Okay. I'm gonna say 2.67.
Okay.
Ooh. It was 2.8, but technically by Price is Right rules, then
I was just thinking. I know he goes by Price is Right.
I
rules.
do.
I was gonna guess that, but I just
I did not think it would go up that high.
yeah.
I figured it would be I figured it'd be at least 2.7, but I guessed under 2.7 since Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, do we want to kill the heater and do the solid state test? Do you want to do the solid state test with the
yeah,
heater
just,
on? Andy, do you know how to kill that since you're closest?
No.
Just
There's a rocker switch on the side of it.
Okay.
It should be obvious. If it's not, holler for Pete. Right. So you were up in Rhinelander? Is that for the metal meeting?
Well, yeah, or it was a show.
Oh, okay. But was it like the big convention with all the people, like the Death Militia thing, or was that?
No, that's coming up in the summer.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if they had multiples. So this was just like at a club or something, like a regular.
Well, it was
gig.
just a show.
Nice.
It's just a
What venue was it at?
place called Happy's.
I think I've heard of it. I think you've told me about it before.
Yeah.
So Rhinelander has a big metal like that's a good metal town.
Well, or this was actually Woodruff, Minocqua.
Oh, that's way up
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
It's they're neighboring.
Up
They're
there.
close.
Up there and
Both of them are up
Yeah.
there, but no, the place was actually in Woodruff or Minocqua.
interesting that
neighboring.
there's a big metal following up there. You have good turnout for the show?
We actually did.
Nice.
Well, bands come from all over. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about going to the show. Conniption and Hangar 18 were supposed to play, but apparently somebody got sick and they couldn't do it.
Oh.
So what do we think this is going to do on solid state test? Andy?
I'm gonna say bedroom quiet.
I'm gonna chance it with silent.
Okay, I guess that leaves me with living room.
Okay, it was only at that point that I started to hear something out of it.
I could hear it right away when it started, but it's very interesting to know that the wind noise from outside and the car noise from outside was louder than the fan, and we're indoors. So I would call it low end of bedroom, which is really good for a shaded pole because keep in mind there's no isolation ring or any other kind of noise dampening materials.
Right.
So that's a hell of a good performance. Okay, well that is it for our tests.
Yes.
How high on the metal score?
Oh, this is definitely death metal.
Okay, this is Cannibal Corpse. Andy,
Yes.
this is what Storms was the highest or Trains? I can't remember.
Storms.
Storms.
Yeah.
Storms was
So
the highest.
What kind of storm is this?
Solid EF4 tornado.
Nice.
yeah.
I've heard of an EF4, so that's got to be a good storm.
Second from the top of the scale.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything Adaptair is gonna be what's my top category? Menards.
Yes.
Yes.
And I would think Rick would.
Rick actually does not like Adaptair.
What?
I know. He's the only collector I know who literally does not like it. Some collectors prefer some prefer Horseshoe, some prefer Reverse Air, some prefer Adaptair, but Rick actively does not like Adaptair. So I'm going to guess that this is wood grain station wagon because it would be avocado appliance if it had different brackets, but since it has his least favorite type of brackets, which are also my favorite type of brackets, so fuck Rick, but not literally. I'm going to guess it's wood grain station wagon. We're probably high on the wood grain station wagon since it's such a nice original and a malaise finish.
I think I heard.
Rick or Sheep, yeah.
Bah.
I'm going to guess that everybody else would put this in their top category.
Yeah.
Stewart and Jonas, because all the rest of them have good taste.
Yeah, Jonas.
You know, Rick is the only one
Organ
who has
Room.
really bad taste.
Remember Jonas?
Organ Room. Christian was some kind of catalog, I think.
Oh.
And Stewart, I can't remember what his was. Chuck E. Cheese and there are so many. I got to keep better. They got to come more often so that we can keep better track of them. It's their fault for not coming often enough. Okay, well, it is time to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Fanstick, Lightstick, Fanstick Mini, and Florida Fanstick, which is 69% longer and harder than regular Fanstick. To find out more, go to buyfanstick.com, Lightstick.biz, Fanstick.biz, and buyfanstickxxx.com. Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors. This might be the first video not lit by the Good Manufacturing Company, because these are in fact excellent lights.
Yes.
So this
E-Mart.
is excellent manufacturing company. But our sponsor is still the Good Manufacturing Company when we don't need lighting this good. A1220 LLC, which we heard from earlier with crunch, 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 crunch. RickerSheep.com, a fun game you can play with your friends. To find out more, go to RickerSheep.com to play Ricker Sheep. Do you want this last half of a chip?
Yeah.
Of course he does. So I guess that's all we have to do for this video, and it's time to sign off. Nothing else to do. Who's that at the door?
Oh.
Why, look, it's Metal Jonas.
Oh. Wow. What a fancy doorbell that was.
It was indeed a fancy doorbell.
Oh, it was a new tone.
Oh, new tone doorbell.
Yes.
Looking for anything, Metal Jonas?
Yes, how about some new tone doorbell catalogs?
Got hundreds of them.
And how about some Homestead catalogs?
Got about 2.
And maybe new tone fan catalogs?
Got about 6.
Oh, nice.
What do you think of House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Oh, House on the Rock. One word, incredible. One word, overwhelming. One word, amazing.
Wow. Well, as always, for behind-the-scenes footage and additional content, go to patreon.com/dspiffy. And as always, thanks for watching, and
Bye, Fanstick.
thanks for watching.